Never have been a morning person.
I am.
Alright, we're live.
We're live.
Yes, yeah.
Hey there, this is Gina Fryer, Executive Regional Vice President with Argonne. I'm so glad that y'all can come this evening, or if you're watching live, or if you're watching the recording. Super excited that you are a little bit interested and probably wondering what all this buzz with clean eating is all about. And so I'm going to go over our program, how that works, and what all clean eating is, but kind of a little bit about me so you'll know my background. I grew up overweight. I was always the chubby kid. Battled weight since 4th grade, and so I was always on some sort of diet. You name it, I've tried it. So from Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Nutrisystem, hypnosis, diet pills, you name it, I've done it. And so if you're like me and you've tried everything that works, you know, that doesn't work for you, you may be like, oh my gosh. Okay, so what I want you to do is if you'll just write, I gave you an index card, or if you're watching in, if you will write down if you want good results or great results. And then also, I want your top 2 goals. So what is it that you're looking for? Are you looking to lose weight? If so, like what's that number? If you're looking to maybe get off some prescription medications or maybe run a 5K this summer, just write down those top 2 things that are important to you. And then I'm going to go over what our clean eating program is. Sorry, I got my internet on, so one of my ladies isn't able to come tonight. So, but you guys, I've tried everything that's out there, and so they always say health is not valued until like you're threatened with disease or illness, and that's when you kind of get serious about things. And so for me, I was a registered nurse, and I did home health, and I would go out and I would take care of patients, and it was kind of like do as I say, not as I do. And so I would educate all day long on the importance of living right, eating right, exercise and all of these things, but I wouldn't take my own advice. And then one day, my blood pressure went through the roof, and went into my doctor's office, and he started writing out a ton of prescriptions. So here we are, blood pressure medicine, cholesterol medicine, and I went, oh my gosh, I'm not even 40 yet, and I'm going to be one of my patients. And so I knew that something had to change. And so I've been with Argonne 7 years, and 3 years ago, I decided that I'm going to do our nutritional products. I've seen other people have really great success with them, so I'm going to try it too. And I was terrified. I was scared to death because I grew up fast food generation. We, lived at the ball fields and, constantly grabbing food and eating out. And so I wasn't a healthy eater. And so I knew that this plan was all about eating right, and that scared me. So I was the girl that went into Kroger and had to pull up Google, and look at different foods because I wasn't even sure what they were or how to pronounce them. So if you're a little bit afraid of doing something like this, I can relate. So I've jumped into our program, and I have lost 68 pounds, and I've kept it off for 3 years. So for me, that's been the biggest thing because I've always been a yo-yo, up and down dieter. So what I want to do is I want to just talk to you and talk to your heart tonight and really see what your needs are and what you're looking for. So this is a program that helps you reclaim your health. And so are you ready? Are you ready to make a change? Okay? Are you wanting more energy? Right? Are you sick and tired of feeling sick and tired? Do you just want to be healthier? Do you want to lose weight? Look and feel younger? Learn about prevention versus taking prescriptions? You get to decide. That's the awesome thing. And so for me, it was like I wanted to be able to fit the clothes in the back of my closet. The ones that, I hadn't seen in a really long time. But I love it. The new slogan is healthy is the new happy. Okay, it really, really is. So, are you out of balance? So, I want you to just kind of do a little mental checklist for me. If you have any of these symptoms, just, check it off in your head. Fatigue, depression, disturbed sleep, mood swings, joint pain, aching muscles, weight gain around the middle, anxiety, hot flashes, slow digestion, slow elimination, slow metabolism, decreased libido, irritability, all of those things. So when I started, I literally could like highlight the whole list, and my husband could agree. And so what that really is your body just screaming, something's not right, something's out of whack, something's out of balance. So over the next 28 days, here's what you're going to do. We're going to teach you how to eat clean. And in the process, that's going to save you money on your grocery bill. So the second thing that we're going to do is we're going to eliminate addictive or allergenic foods that do not serve you. And the third thing is that we're going to show you how to make this really easy by supplementing with the Arbonne Essentials. Okay, take a deep breath, because when I started, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in the gym like 24/7. But 80% of the way that you look is nutrition. And I'm so sorry that the screen is kind of like doing some crazy things with the projector tonight. But 80% of the way you look is nutrition. 10% is genetics, and 10% is training and exercise. Okay, so 8 is where we control 100% of the time what we eat. Now I can come up with 1,000,001 excuses of why not to get to the gym because I'm busy, but I've never been too busy to eat. Okay, it's just feeding our body the right thing. So this has been me my entire life with the picture on the right, and that's what I fed her. You know, chicken nuggets, pizza, milkshakes, just all of the processed foods that we eat on. Felt like I was eating like I was in college, but I did that all the time. And then I always wanted to be the picture of health on the left, and that's what she feeds her body. It's just, you know, good, wholesome nutrition foods that God gave us. So let's talk about that being out of balance with the sugar and your pH. When all of those are off balance, we get inflammation in the body, okay? And inflammation is at the basis of every disease process. So from high blood pressure, cancer, Alzheimer's, heart disease, premature aging. And so we want to get all of that inflammation out of your body. And why we have that is because we're eating foods that are toxic to us. And that's something that the food industry really doesn't want you to know. Okay, they want you to continue buying and purchasing like you used to. That's why, you know, a lot of us, when we think of shopping organic and shopping healthy, you always think really expensive, right? That was, you know, the thing that held me back for so long, because I thought, man, it's going to cost a lot to be, you know, to eat healthy, and it's really not. Okay, so when you eliminate all those boxed foods, so you know the pizzas that are $10, the cereal that's $5, milk that's $4, those add up. You know, when you can get fruits and vegetables for half that. So I really will show you how to decrease your shopping bill while you're doing this. And what I love about this program is that we teach prevention versus taking prescriptions. And that was at the heart for me, because, you know, I did not want to, you know, be the person that had to set up my pill bottle, you know, pill box for the rest of my life. So we want to teach you how to get off of prescriptions or even prevent having to get on them. And so I don't know if you guys know this, but 50 years ago, 1 in 50 people got cancer. Now it's 1 in 2. Okay, it's pretty scary. And a lot of that is just contributed to that inflammation and that out of balance pH. So the awesome thing is you don't have to eat less. We're not going to starve you. We're actually going to feed your body. We're just going to feed it the right stuff. So all of this is, it's an anti-inflammatory diet that releases toxins. So when you ingest food that your body doesn't recognize, so if you pick up a box of food and it's got all these long words on it and you're like, I don't even know how to pronounce that, guess what? Your body doesn't know how to recognize that either. And so it goes into protection mode. That's the way God designed us. So when we eat something that our body doesn't recognize, it goes into forming fat layers, okay? And especially around the middle, that's where your vital organs are. dairy related. So we're going to eliminate that for 28 days. The second thing that we're going to eliminate is gluten. Okay, and so I've heard gluten, I've heard the word, but I really didn't know what it was. I don't know if you guys know what it is or not. But it's the sticking part of wheat. It helps the protein stick together in wheat. And so way back in the old days, when they grew wheat, they would let it mature to the crop that it's supposed to be. But now they have kind of altered the crop and they cut it down where it's just a short, stubby little crop, so it doesn't get to mature. So now our bodies don't even recognize wheat anymore. Isn't that crazy? So, so has anybody ever ate bread or went out for dinner and then like afterwards you had that pot belly thing going on? Okay, that's for gluten. Okay, and so gluten is very difficult to digest. It causes a lot of focus issues, ADHD, migraines, asthma. It's estimated that about 50% of the population has a gluten intolerance. Okay, so they call it the wheat belly. All right, the third thing that we're going to eliminate is no processed food. Okay, and so you see the little picture at the bottom with your little hamburger helpers, your Rice Krispies, your Kellogg's, and all those things that are in boxes that man made. So a good rule of thumb with processed food is that if you can't pronounce the ingredients, again, your body can't either, and so it processes it as a toxin, and then it's loaded with preservatives, dyes, chemicals, and who knows what else is in there, lots of artificial sweeteners and fillers. And so, you know, I think we as Americans get into that habit of using processed foods just because it's easy. Okay, and so we're going to show you again how we're going to shop cheaper, and we're going to show you some recipes that are really, really quick. And so I can fix dinner for my family in about 7 to 10 minutes. Okay. The fourth thing that we're going to eliminate is refined sugars or artificial sweeteners. Okay. Now the biggest thing with this, again, with refined sugars, it's like a drug. They have done studies on a regular brain that's on sugar and a brain that's on heroin, and it reacts the same. Okay, so our bodies crave that. Sugars feed those cancer cells. It's acidic. It removes vitamins and minerals. With artificial sweeteners, anything that says artificial is fake. Okay, so your body's not going to recognize that. But I love this, that the aspartame that's in your diet sodas and things like that, when they break down, it's like formaldehyde in the body. Okay, it's an ingredient like that. Roaches, ants, cats, dogs, and even houseflies won't eat it, but we'll drink it all day long. Okay, and so a lot of the effects of aspartame mimic a lot of the diseases like MS and Alzheimer's and things like that. So a lot of times it's that people aren't really sick; they're just ingesting poison all day. And I'm so glad, and I have to put this out there, that my mom has been Diet Coke free for 7 weeks. 7 weeks now. And that was like the biggest thing I wanted to help her accomplish. All right, number 5 thing that we're going to eliminate is no soy. Okay, again, soy is another one of our crops that's been altered. You're going to hear the term genetically modified organism. It's called GMOs. You'll start seeing it on labels where it says no GMOs. And that means that the crop is how it's the heirloom seeds. It's how it was originally supposed to be designed. Soy is a plant-based estrogen, so it's a phytoestrogen. It mimics our female hormones. Okay, and as a society, male and female, we're estrogen dominant. Okay, and so those lead to our higher risk of female cancers, breast cancer, uterine cancer, and then men are getting more breast cancer as well, okay, than they used to. And that's just that being estrogen dominant. So we're going to eliminate soy. All right, don't hurt me on this one. The 6th thing we're going to eliminate is no alcohol or coffee. Okay, I was a Starbucks addict. Anybody can relate to that? Okay, so I didn't realize how much of an addict I was until my husband, who controls our checking account, informed me that I spent $5.06 every day at Starbucks, and that there are 30 days in a month. And I thought this was expensive doing the hard-on plan. So with alcohol, it performs as sugar in the body. Okay, it promotes an acidic environment. Of course, it is addictive. And then coffee is also an acidic environment. So we're wanting to switch to the alkaline And then, I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't just go order a black coffee from Starbucks. Okay, you know, had to have all the bells and whistles and sugar and creamers and all of that stuff that went with it. So for 28 days, we're going to eliminate that. The seventh thing we're going to, hey, you can see it, look at that. The seventh thing we're going to eliminate is corns or corn-based products. And it's crazy, but corn is the most genetically modified crop that there is. Okay, it's a highly allergenic food. In 1913, corn was owned by our farmers. In 2013, 95% of corn is owned by corporations. Okay, so it's all about the dollar. They can grow faster, so they inject the corn with pesticides. Okay, and that's what we're eating. You get skin rashes, arthritis, fatigue, nausea, and constant colds. Okay. All right. The eighth thing we're going to eliminate is no pork. All right. So for me, I would go have my barbecue, and then like the next day I could get my wedding ring on. I was like, why is that? I always have a headache. My blood pressure would be really high after eating pork. It's high in sodium, and the reason being, pigs do not sweat. Okay, they're designed not to sweat. So when we sweat, that's where we eliminate our toxins. Well, they don't, so they hold all of that in. And plus, pigs are nasty little creatures. They eat everything. Everything, like even tires and things. Okay? And so we are what they eat. So if they are eating just everything, and we eat their meat, then that's what we're eating also. So that's pretty high food for me. Okay, the ninth thing, this is kind of like leather in here. The top nine things we're going to eliminate: no peanuts or peanut butter. Peanuts are actually not a nut. Okay, they are grown underground. They're a legume, and they have lots of molds and spores inside them. So a lot of people that have peanut allergies, it's really not the peanut that they're allergic to. Probably just the molds and spores that they are getting. So I love this. Would you like a jelly mold spore sandwich? I think not. Okay, so now that I've gone over all of these things that we're not going to have, and you're like, what can I eat? Okay, you've like eliminated every single thing that's in my diet, right? That's how I felt. Okay, so we're going to eat whole nutritious foods. Okay, so organic fruits and vegetables. And when you shop organic, these are foods that the government says they've not been sprayed with pesticides or insecticides or injected with hormones or antibiotics. Okay, you're going to be able to eat beef, that's fine. We're just going to shop a little bit differently. You're going to have a grass-fed beef because a lot of the beef, the cow, are fed a grain diet, which is from the corn, the genetically modified corn, so you're still consuming that. So you want like a cow that's been out roaming in the pastures from birth until when you get it. So grass-fed beef, if you're shopping at Kroger, they've got a Laura's brand that they always have on sale. I love it. And it's grass-fed beef on there. When you're looking for your poultry, your chicken, and your turkey, you're going to look for on the labels. It's going to say no antibiotics, hormone-free. The eggs are going to be cage-free. So we're going to teach you just the way to shop. We're going to give you a shopping list. So you won't be like me in Kroger on Google Images trying to figure out what all this stuff is. So we have this all broken down for you. You're going to get your shopping list for the week, your recipes, which are just kind of a guideline for you. You don't have to just stick to those recipes. For my son and his girlfriend, they're doing the detox right now. They just printed out the avoid list, and they're kind of just sticking with that. So there's so much that you can feed your body. It's just shopping smarter for it. And then we're going to make it really super easy for you. We're going to add the Arbonne Essential products in with it. So for those of you that are wanting, the great results, what you're going to do is you're going to replace 1 to 2 meals a day with our protein shakes. Okay. I've been on Arbonne protein shakes for over 3 years. I have a shake every morning. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals, and my body just craves it. It gives it the fuel that I need for the day. If you ever watch Dr. Oz, he recommends that everybody start their day with a vegan, which is a plant-based protein. because it's going to rev your body up. It's going to give it the fuel and the energy that it needs right when we get there in the morning. So you're going to replace 1 to 2 meals a day with our protein shakes. They come in vanilla or chocolate. You can mix them a ton of different ways. You can just mix it with water. That's what my brother does. I do the almond milk and then add in just some fruit, some spinach, and things like that. So then you're going to eat healthy meals and healthy snacks. Okay, that you're going to eat. You're not going to starve on this. You're going to eat about every 3 hours. I give you permission to do that. Okay, because you want to keep your blood sugar stable. You don't want to be starving. That's the worst thing that you can do for your body, because then your body goes into protection mode and it's going to keep all those your calorie stores in there. So you're going to eat every 3 hours to keep your blood sugar balanced, and then you're going to eat whole, nutritious foods. So with our 30-day fit kits, you get 60 servings of protein powder, our fiber booster, energy drinks, fit juice, and detox tea, and I'll talk a little bit more about those. The protein shakes, like I said, they're 20 grams of vegan protein. It's going to help you feel full. Okay, love that. No cholesterol, no animal fats, no artificial flavors or sweeteners. So with your shake, my screen goes up. You're going to add, to start off with, do like a 1/4 or a 1/2 scoop of fiber. Eventually you'll get up to a whole scoop. But as Americans, we really don't get as much fiber as we're supposed to. So if you start off with a scoop in it, your body's not going to respond well. So we want you to ease into that. But fiber it's like a sponge for toxins. So as you're it's going to help you stay full. So I always say it does 2 things. Number 1, it helps you stay full, and number 2, helps you number 2. Okay? It's going to keep your blood sugar balanced, so you don't have to like. Keeps your blood sugar balanced, and it's going to just help all those toxins filter your system. Okay, for all of y'all that are rolling your eyes at me with the no coffee or sodas, we're going to replace those with energy drinks. Okay, and that was the easiest thing for me. I thought it was going to be so hard to give up my coffee, and it wasn't. I start my day with an energy drink. They come in pomegranate or citrus. Only 13 calories. So you know the commercials for Red Bull? It says Red Bull gives you wings, right? And do you know why it gives you wings? Because you're going to crash after you drink it. Okay, you get this really spike of energy, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? So this is a natural energy where it's just kind of a steadiness. You're not going to get jittery or feel like that you're bottoming out after you drink it. It's got loaded with green tea. It also helps alkaline your body. Okay, so not only is it loaded with tons of B vitamins, which boost your immune system, but it also is going to help alkaline your body. We're also, with the kit, we're going to have our detox tea. You can drink it hot or cold. So for me in the morning, I like that hotness, just because I was having my coffee. So I'll do a hot detox tea, and sometimes I'll put an energy drink in with it, and it kind of fizzes up, and I call it a tizzy. But it gives me my energy and gives me that warmness in the mornings. But the detox tea is really important because it helps flush out our liver. And our liver is our main detoxifying organ. It has about 500 functions. And I just read an article the other day about Americans have fatty livers, okay, and that they really don't know that they have it until it's too late. And that's all just from being overweight. And so your liver isn't functioning properly, and that's going to lead to some serious issues. So obesity is more closely related to liver dysfunction than any other abnormality. And so this is going to help just keep that liver filtering, keep it clean. It also helps keep your stomach nice and flat. So I can always tell if I skip mine, then I start getting a little pudgy, and I just get back on my detox tea. We also have some, they're called fit tubes. They come in chocolate, caramel, or lemon. And these are what you're going to kind of just put in the car, put in your purse, whatever, when it's not quite time to eat, but you're feeling like I need a little bit of something to balance that blood sugar out, helps kind of keep that energy. And I honestly, we'll eat one or two right after a meal, just because it kind of gives me that sweet tooth taste, you know. So I'm not really craving a dessert or anything like that. All right, one of the things that we recommend with our packages are Digestion Plus, and I think everybody in the world needs to be on this. It's prebiotics and probiotics, but one of the things is as we start aging, we lose our digestion enzymes. Okay, so if you've ever eaten a meal and you just kind of felt full and just stayed there, you're like, oh man, I'm bloated, I'm miserable. We've lost our digestion enzyme, and a lot of that will come from taking age and also taking prescription antibiotics will eliminate our prebiotics and probiotics. So this goes back in and replenishes those, gives you a great GI health, and so much of almost everything can be related back to our gut, and it's crazy that 80% of serotonin is in our gut. That's responsible for your mood, your appetite, your sleep, your memory, your sexual desire. So my husband always reminds me that you did take your digestion blood today. So I've got him on it now, but it's one of those things that I think everybody needs to be on. On week 3 of the plan, we're going to do a cleanse. You're going to still eat, you're going to do your shakes, you're going to do everything. You're just going to add this in, and it's a body cleanse. And what it does 2 things. It's going to kind of help clean out the colon. You're not going to have to take any vacation days or anything like that. You can work just fine unless you want to take a vacation day. So it's going to pull out things in our colon, but one of the other jobs that it does is that it pulls out heavy metals in our body. And you're thinking, wait a minute, I don't have any heavy metals. But we get mercury from fish. Summer's coming up. We're going to be exposed to chlorine in the pools, right? That gets absorbed in the skin also. Aluminum and deodorant gets built up in our system. Lead is in lipstick. Okay, there's about 400 lipsticks on the market with lead in them. So the government says we can't have lead in paint, and it's illegal to have lead in children's toys because they may chew on them. But it's okay for women to have lead in their lipstick. This makes no sense, right? So this is going to pull that out. And so I don't know if y'all can see this, but some of the things that we get toxins from are secondhand smoke, vehicle use, mildew, household cleaner, smog, paint fumes, fertilizer dust, animal danger, photocopier smoke, dry clean clothing, garden pesticides, mold, electrical devices, pollution, heavy metals, rain. All those have toxins in them, and we're exposed to a lot, okay? And so this is going to help pull those out. We've got a whole little section here that just says, you know, do you need a detox? And if you answer yes to 3 or more, then you do. So if you experience fatigue or low energy, brain fog, lack of concentration, poor memory, foot fungus, drink processed coffees and colas during the day, do you take any prescription medications, blood sugar, overweight? So if you check yes to any of those, if you're watching online, we'll get you the document so you can see this a little bit better. But then you need to do a cleanse. One of the products that we suggest as an add-on is something that we just got from Argonne just two weeks ago, and I wish that I would have had these products 3 years ago when I first started, because I tell you what, I've been on them this week, and it has made my life so much easier. The full control is exactly that. It's going to help you stay full and control your appetite and cravings. You mix it in water, 8 ounces of water, and you drink it 30 minutes before you eat. And so I set my little timer on my phone and drink it. It tastes kiwi, watermelon flavored, to a lightweight. You want to drink it within the first 2 minutes because it's going to kind of gel up and expand in your stomach so that you don't feel hungry. So I do that 30 minutes before each meal or each shake, and I've been eating less. My cravings are just wonderful. It's going to also help balance blood sugar and cholesterol levels. So much about that. And then we have a thermo booster that you take 30 minutes between breakfast and lunch, or 30 minutes before lunch and dinner. So what it's going to do is increase the metabolism, and then it supports thermogenesis. So I was joking the other day, I'm like, I'm just sitting here burning fat. So that's kind of what it does. It really just gives you tons of energy. These are two new products that are not, you can't get anywhere else. Argon kind of has some cutting edge technology on both of those. So the choice is yours. You get to decide. And so this was not my picture here. That really, the one on the left is my heaviest. I found one the other day. I needed to replace that one with. But from my very heaviest, I'm almost down to 100 pounds. Okay. So I'm just going to go through here so you can see just real people with real results. This is me and a couple of girls in Las Vegas last year, and between the four of us, we've lost 261 pounds. So we had a little reunion together. So if you can see on a lot of these pictures, you're going to see that belly fat is the place where people are really losing it the most. This is one of my really good friends. Her name is Donna. She has lost 123 pounds with Argon and has kept it off for almost 3 years. So she started, well, about 2 years, I'm sorry. So she's kept it off, looks amazing. The guy on the top left, we call him Preacher Scott, and so he's a pastor in Mississippi, and he's gotten off all his blood pressure, cholesterol medicine, and you can definitely see losing that belly fat. And that was just from February to October. I think he lost right at 60 pounds on that. And we always joke, you know, being in the South, being a preacher, you know, lots of food, lots of events. So, what about Cox, down 110 pounds. This is my friend Brenda. She's lost right at 70 now. So. This is my friend Kathy. She's Donna's co-worker, so she saw Donna losing all the weight, and she thought, wait a minute, what's all this? I need to get her new after picture because she's down for 50 pounds. And, she said, every time I do this presentation, she goes, people tell me I need a new after picture on there. 71 pounds. I love this one, 176 pounds in 2 years, no surgery. Okay, she just did it off of eating right, and using the Argon Fit Kids. Okay, so you're wondering why I have this body on here. So there's a couple of reasons why he's cute, but he's my friend from the UK that was a professional soccer player, blew out his knee, and he started his own gym doing personal training, and so he uses Argon for putting muscle mass on. So you can use this for weight loss, which is doing 2 shakes a day. You can use it for weight management. So if you're already at ideal body weight, but you're maybe not getting the right nutrition in, just do that shake for breakfast. Or you can do it 20 minutes post-workout. That's when your body's repairing its muscle, and you can really bulk up and put some awesome muscle mass on. So this right here, these last 2 pictures that I'm going to show are a few gals that did the 90-day plan with Argon, doing the Fit Kit, and they added the thermal booster and the blood control. Okay, Argon did, I think there's 25 participants. Between all 25 of them, they lost anywhere from 25 to 45 pounds in that 90-day period. This is my friend Melanie. She's one of my Facebook friends. I knew she was doing something different when watching her Facebook, and I was like, gosh, Melanie's looking good. What's she doing? So I didn't realize she was in the study. Again, using that to increase the muscle mass. What I love about this plan is you don't have to do it by yourself. So you may have, we've got my home here, has my team that are doing it. This is my friend Kristen in Dallas, Texas. Her and her husband did the program. They both have lost a ton of weight. Her husband had had a heart attack. And so I think they not only did they lose weight, but they look so much younger. Like they found a view. So now is your time to get started. We have a couple of different packages. So I want to kind of bring you back to, if you were ready for good results or great results, what you wrote down, and what your fitness or weight loss goals were. So good result will be package 1. That's just doing the breakfast pack, and that's where you're just going to still eliminate those certain foods, but just maybe do 1 shake a day. We've got that package set up for you. Package 2 is just if you're like, I think I'm good, but I'm going to add that full control so I don't eat as much, and maybe add that new thermal booster in. so that I get the energy, and I can just burn fat while I'm walking around and have energy. So that would be your full control package. The third package is what most people start with, and that is the 28-day supply for one person. We've got a really good discount. You get about 48% off of that. And remember, this is replacing your shopping list. Okay, we're gonna, you're not gonna just be shopping regular and adding this to it. You're gonna do this, and then we'll add in a little bit of food, but it's gonna replace some of that money that you're already spending per month. And then package 4 is like you have a husband, wife, or you and your best friend want to do it. It's a 28-day supply for 2 people. So we've got that. And I never end a presentation without talking about the income opportunity with Argonne, because it has changed my life. I was a registered nurse, still am, still currently carrying my license, but was an RN for 20 years, retired 4 years ago, and worked part-time from home, making 6 figures a year. And so there are lots of different levels of management with Argonne. There's lots of different ways that you can make money, but our district managers make $250 to $950 a month. So if you're looking for a little extra money, maybe your car payments, district manager would do that. Area manager, $950 to $3,500. I love it when Argonne started paying my mortgage payment a month. That's pretty cool. Regional vice president, the level that I'm at right now, it's $3,500 to $16,000 a month. I've been there, been able to retire from my nursing job. I am the sole breadwinner of our family. My husband's paralyzed from the waist down in a car wreck, and so I am the sole income of our family. And also, when you get to my level, you get a free Mercedes. So, cool. And then our top level is national vice president, which is what I'll be by the end of this year, $16,000 and up. And so I never know who's looking, for extra income. But all I do is I show people who shower and eat, how to get healthy, how to get products at a discount, and how to teach people to build shopping businesses. So I do a lot of this on Facebook. So when people are like, I'm too busy to do Argonne, I'm like, are you on Facebook? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, did you get paid? And they're like, no. And I'm like, we need to talk, because you can do a lot of this online. So we get free trips, jewelry. We just got back from Vegas, amazing trip. But you get to live your life by design, set your priorities. So I want you to get with the consultant that invited you and decide, do you want good results or great results? Kind of what you're looking for. And if you're scared, that's normal. This is, you're doing something different. But to get different results, we have to do something different. So if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And so I want to, help coach you to get either good results or great results, whatever you expect. So thank you so much for watching in, and just like I said, get with the consultant that invited you to watch. So thank you very much.
You're not lying straight, are you? Are you?
Sure.
You better not be. All right, we're going to